nation world renowned for seafaring and explorations, Spain needs no long introduction. Now, in the 21st century, the government in Madrid found themselves in a situation that requires them to take again the helm to steer the European Union amidst the wave of uncertainty and to explore what policies need to be taken to survive the storm. Joining us today, His Excellency Francisco Aguilera, the Ambassador of Kingdom of Spain for Indonesia. Mr. Ambassador, thank you for joining us here.
Thank you for having me today. It's an honor for me to have the present today.
Mr. Ambassador, with the world in full uncertainty right now, and especially in the European Union and everything that's going on in the Eastern Europe right now, and now we see Spain is also in the middle of the crosshair with everything that's going on right now. So what initiatives or policies has the Kingdom of Spain has undertaken to strengthen its position as a key player in the European Union?
During our presidency in the last semester of on the year 2023, we had a chance to be able to push for some of our national priorities, of course, which are shared, of course, with the other European Union member countries. We were, of course, you can guess, given the way the European Union has in the life of Europeans. Just remember that around 17% of all legislation already published in the European official dailies is actually European, not only national. We had to push for many domestic policy issues which are of the maximum interest to our people, including those you mentioned before, but I will refer to that a little bit later. I would probably indicate as priorities for us were, on the one hand, the industrial policy. We are now in a situation, after so many events in the last years, we have made it pretty clear that every country has to try to make sure that they are resilient, that they are able to withstand the international economic crisis that sooner or later you always have to face, to be able to meet all the dangers that, let's remember COVID, for instance, that suddenly appear in your way, in your path. You have to be able to withstand these kind of situations and to be resilient enough. In that respect, we have been promoting during our presidency of the Council measures and agreements within the European Union addressing these kind of dangers by trying to promote the strengthening of the industrial policy in Europe, and also to make sure that we have resilient supply chains for Europeans. We are not, and this is something which was clearly said at the beginning, we are not decoupling from anyone. Some countries, unfortunately, are doing so, but we are certainly de-risking, which means that if a crisis comes, whatever the reason, whatever the circumstances, the European consumers, the European market, the European companies and businesses must be able to withstand the situation and make sure they also have reliable sources of products or supplies or customers available in case of need. So this was one of the priorities. Another set of policies that we have been following, of course, is the social dimension of the European construction. You should remember that the European Union is based on the freedom of movement of people, of capital, and of professions and jobs. From that point of view, any European Union citizen is able to move around and to be able to set up shop everywhere he or she chooses. From that point of view, you have to make sure that the system works properly. And it means, for instance, one of our priorities was for the people with some kind of handicaps or situation that diminish the physical availability. We have been able to promote one identity card so that whenever they are moving throughout Europe, they also have recognized their situation and they receive all the relevant medical or financial assistance that they require according to their condition. So this is a practical measure, but which is very important for people in that situation.